Hey guys, and welcome back to another Fast 5 Friday video. In case you don't know, this is where I spend about close to 5 minutes viewing 5 different products, talking about 5 different things. Today, I thought I would do a video on my 5 favorite drugstore thin and lightweight foundations. That is a mouthful, but basically thin, lightweight foundations that look like my skin. I was really inspired to do this video because I've been really liking foundations lately that have been really natural, where not everything is covered and where my skin is still poking through. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for a future Fast 5 Friday video, please let me know. Other than that, let's go ahead and get started. So I wanted to start off with a foundation that really truly inspired me the most to make this video. This is the Wet n Wild MegaCushion Foundation SPF 15. This foundation is so natural looking and so lightweight. It honestly feels like nothing on your skin. It goes on as a light medium coverage. You can build it up, but it still won't look heavy. It doesn't look cakey. My freckles show through. My blemishes are still poking through. Like, it doesn't completely cover them. I can wear this on a day when the only thing I'm wearing is foundation. Like, it looks just like my skin, but better. I'm actually wearing it on my face today, and as you can tell, it looks very natural. It has a nice glowy finish. It doesn't make my face look like a mask. It doesn't feel like I'm wearing a mask. It honestly feels like I'm not wearing anything on my skin right now. It's just so easy to throw on in the morning. I think it applies really well with a sponge or a brush. That's the other thing I want to mention about all these foundations I'm talking about today, because they're so thin and so lightweight in consistency. You can apply them with a sponge or a brush. I think they look good either way. If you can find it wherever you live, I would totally recommend you get this. I think it's a great cushion foundation. Personally, I like thin foundations more than thick foundations. I think most people do, to be honest. I think having a foundation that's thin and lightweight is a huge benefit, especially at the drugstore, because a lot of foundations can feel heavy on your skin. They can feel thick, they can feel uncomfortable, even if they have a beautiful finish and a beautiful full coverage. Lately, at least, I've been preferring having less coverage and having a more comfortable feel on my skin. So this next foundation is definitely one that has a pretty decent amount of coverage, but at the same time, it just looks so skin-like. And this is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation. Now this foundation feels really lightweight on my skin. I think it makes your skin look really natural, like called the Healthy Foundation, and I do think it makes my skin look healthier. It covers blemishes, but it's not going to completely hide them. It's a good quality drugstore foundation. The next foundation I want to talk about is definitely more of a fuller coverage foundation, but at the same time, it's very thin and lightweight and somehow looks like your skin. This is the NYX Total Control Drop Foundation. I feel like this is definitely a foundation that is not for everyone. It is quite expensive. It comes with less product. It's extremely liquidy. It'll run down your face if you drop it on your face. It's very thin, but I find that you can really get a good coverage with this while still looking like skin. Like, my freckles will show through that I can cover up my blemishes with it. I don't know if I'm explaining these foundations well, but this is so thin. It's so lightweight. It has a nice satin finish. It's not too dewy. It's not too matte. Actually, I think I like this one with a brush better than a sponge. This is probably the liquidiest. This is the most liquid consistency out of all the foundations I've shown you today. Next, I want to talk about the Rimmel Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable Foundation. This one is really, I find it's really similar to the Physicians Formula one, but I think this one is actually more liquidy. It's the same thinness, it's the same lightweight texture, but it is a little bit more watery than the Physicians Formula one. This one does have good coverage, it's medium coverage. You can build it up. It does look really nice on my skin. It looks really healthy. It looks fresh. A good thin, lightweight foundation. And the last foundation is a bit of a stretch. It's definitely not, well, you'll see when I talk about it, but it's a bit of a stretch. This is BH Cosmetics Liquid Naturally Flawless Foundation. This one has an extremely skin-like finish. I love the way this looks on my skin. My freckles show through, my blemishes show through. It feels extremely lightweight. So in that sense, it's like the other 4 foundations I talked about, but I know this is like weird, it doesn't really make sense, but this is a really thick and goopy foundation. It's a pump, and when you squirt it out, you'll notice it's really thick. It's not gonna like run down the back of your hand. Definitely like a goopier, thicker, more gel-like consistency, but it thins out on your face really nicely. I love the way this looks with a brush and a sponge. It gives you a nice natural light coverage. So even though it is a thick formula, the way that it thins out on my skin, the way that it feels like I'm not wearing any foundation, and then the way that it looks, felt like I could include it in this video. I've used quite a bit of this foundation. I don't know if you can tell, but I reached for this one and probably this one almost constantly throughout the week. These are the two foundations I'm most likely wearing when I go to work. And that sums up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, especially if you buy drugstore products. I hope you guys find something from this video that you can use when you're purchasing or looking for foundations. Just as a high-end option, the Makeup Forever Water Blend Foundation is kind of the same as these drugstore ones. It's gonna pretty much even out your skin tone, and you can really pack it on without it starting to look cakey, which I find is the case across the board for all these foundations I showed you. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe if you would like to see more, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!